Hi, my name is Sherry, and this is Crosspotent, a place where magical people meet. This is going to be your April 2017 horoscope for the Native American Zodiac. In this month, we have some retrograde energies going on. We have a lot of good aspects going on. I'm going to start at the beginning with the sun. The sun starts in the hawk. This is a totem that never wastes time. The hawk, he's always ready to start an expedition somewhere. The hawk is full of energy. They're full of, they're the go-getters. They want to always be accomplishing challenges in a way of something that's going to move their situation forward. They're very strategic that way. By the 20th, the energy moves more into the beaver. The beaver is a very constructive totem. They're very efficient at building things. They want to build for the future. Everything they do is the type of energy that is constructive and adds to the foundation that they've already been building. The full moon is on the 11th in the Crow. This is conjunct Jupiter, so this full moon is very lucky, very good. The Crow is very charming, and the Crow likes people, and this is probably a great time to enjoy and celebrate with other people and get together with other people and connect with them. The new moon, the new cycle beginning on the 26th, is also in the Beaver. So with that constructive beaver new moon, you want to start new things. Great time to mend fences with people or plant seeds in the ground or anything that's like kind of initiating a new cycle. The Mercury goes retrograde. It's no one of the retrograde planets. Starts out in the beaver. So Mercury is always the thinker. It's the thinking planet. So in the beaver, this is a beaver that's thinking of like building a boathouse and envisioning all the blueprints for it and drawing the electrical plans and the plumbing plans and the structural analysis. You know, that would be kind of how the beaver energy thinks. So Mercury goes retrograde on the 9th. So when this beaver goes into the retrograde phase for a few weeks, be careful that the beaver energy doesn't end up being a little over demanding. Then it actually, by the 21st, it's gone all the way back into the hawk, and the hawk can be a little impatient with this retrograde energy. Things aren't going so well, so be cautious of that. By the beginning of next month, it'll turn direct and everything will straighten back out. Venus is also retrograde in the hawk. So being retrograde, and Venus is the planet of love, this is a time when you have to be careful of vanity, be careful of rudeness. You might be rude, or other people might be rude to you, and it seems a bit much. By the 3rd, it's gone so far back, he's already back into the wolf, the Venus. So this retrograde in the wolf, be careful of being a little impractical, with a little overly philosophical. But by the 15th of the month, Venus is direct and is moving forward in the wolf, and this is a time when lovers can be more romantic and iron things out. And by the 29th, already back into the hawk again. So be careful once towards the end of the month when the hawk is going straight. Hawk can be kind of a little vain, or maybe, I don't want to say vindictive, but they get upset at people sometimes when things don't go their way. So just be patient with people and realize that you got a lot of retrograde going on. Mars is in the beaver totem. The first part of the month, this is helpful. This is a more of that constructive energy, I should say. This Mars is in the Beaver is definitely wanting to accomplish some kind of project. So it's a good time to paint the spare room, or put those shelves up out in the garage, or do that project you always want to do. By the 21st, Mars energy is already into the Deer, which is a little bit more lazy, but a lot more fun. This Deer energy is going to be more social, want to go to the beach, want to go on a trip here or there and check out the newest restaurants and stuff. A lot less constructive, but a lot more engaging too. Jupiter in the Crow, I've been talking about this, very lucky in the Crow. It's retrograde all month. So, lucky Jupiter likes to be charming in the Crow. The Crow is another social type of totem. This will go well with that Deer, Mars Deer totem energy towards the end of the month. Saturn is in the Owl. This is a time to be a good listener. This is a time to, that's kind of the lesson of Saturn in the Owl. By the 6th, it goes retrograde. So this is really a time to be a good listener. Owls usually have a problem with listening, but you might suffer from a little bit of overindulgence too. Maybe too many 3-day weekends. The owl tends to let their hair down a little too much sometimes. Take an extra day off of work and whatnot. Don't do that. You want to stick to it. Do what you gotta do. Do what you have to do, and live up to your expectations of what others expect of you. And your Saturn energy will come to fruition that way. Uranus is in the Hawk. This is kind of, hawks are, I wrote, persistently impatient with 24 hours in a day. The hawk just wants more hours in the day. He's got more to do. So in the planet of Uranus, it's kind of it moves slowly, so it affects people a little more. Its energy release is a little more slow than some of the inner planets. So this is a time when we need to not be impatient, but work on ways to engage others, to join them into our cause, and not just try to steamroll over them. We want to join them with us, find things in common. Neptune in the Wolf. I've been talking about this for a while. This is a generational planet. It's going to be in the Wolf for a while. Wolves kind of tend to be a little more quiet behind the scenes, but they're quietly taking over the world. So, and they're out curing polio, and you missed it all because they're out conquering the world. Pluto is in the Goose. The Goose is kind of an ambitious generation. This new generation coming up, they're not satisfied with the way the grandparents did things. They have better ideas. They're more into balancing the budget. Definitely time to balance the budget with this generation. They don't want to be in debt. They're physically responsible. By the 20th, this goes retrograde. So this retrograde might bring it a little more down into your own level, like your own household finances, or getting laid off might mean you might get a better job. So don't take any knocks that come as being setbacks. Look at it as an opportunity to find something better, and that working hard will gain you a foundation that will support you through the rough times. We have a lot of good aspects this month. Like I said, the full moon on the 10th is conjunct Jupiter. Good full moon this month on the 10th. On the 6th, there's Mars trine Pluto. This is great energy for like a yard sale or cleaning out the junk drawer. Your energy is in tune with Pluto. Pluto tends to clear things out and clear things up and get the clutter out. On the 8th, Jupiter opposite the Sun. Be careful of people gossiping a little bit too much. But in other regards, other people are lucky when you have an opposite like that. Opposite people from you are lucky for you, or you're lucky for them. On the 16th, we've got Venus conjunct the Sun. This is a new cycle for Venus. The first few days, be careful because it's still retrograde. But after the first week or so, Venus is going to be starting a whole new cycle of love. So that's good for everybody. On the 18th through the 22nd is a slow-moving connection between Saturn trine Venus. They're both retrograde. So this is the owl and the hawk. So this is fire. This is good. They're trine. The thing is that it might affect you on a little bit more personal level, that they're both retrograde. Tends to bring things back onto a personal level. And then on the 24th, another great aspect, Saturn and Mercury, they're both retrograde too, but they trine each other in the owl and the hawk. So this is more of that good energy, good for doing something for yourself that helps you feel more established and more clear thinking. Maybe there's something that communications you need to clear up or something along those lines. So I hope you enjoyed this horoscope, and I look forward to seeing you again. You can like, share, and subscribe, and just click the little subscribe button. You'll get a little free update every time I put up a little video, and I really appreciate you tuning in. I'll see you next month. Thanks.